you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here. I'm back with a new video, and I've come in first of all with a video update. So if you've not seen my video Brain Dead I'm Pregnant, do check it out. But the update I wanted to give you guys is that sadly the dead pregnant woman, I don't even know how to word this correctly. They've given her a C-section and the baby, has arrived. I'll put like the article there. Prayers for the family. They've named the baby, and hopefully the baby has, like a speedy recovery. The baby's meant to be like really small, like 1 pound or so, but I still can't get over that story. And hopefully the baby survives without any complications and like life-threatening conditions for later on in life, and then they can finally put this woman to rest. Listen, I'm still mind boggled, like, but I just want to give you guys an update. But yeah, so for today's video, oh, and also thank you to my subscribers. We're on 600 and I'm trying to reach 1K by August. So if you're new here, do subscribe and join the family. And thank you for watching and running up my views. I've almost hit my 4,000 threshold. But yeah, guys, as you know by the title and the thumbnail, it's weird because I was just speaking about his new film Straw yesterday. If you've not seen it, do check it out. But Mr. Tyler Perry, what is going on in these streets? Not him being sued by one of his actors, and it's mad because I know this actor because he's in The Oval, and that's one of my favorite like things from him. That's a series. It's based around the whole White House and presidency. But yeah, guys, this guy is trying to get, let me word this right, 260 million from Mr. Tyler Perry. Now listen, we all know Mr. Tyler Perry is a billionaire, like we know this. But yeah, he's come with some receipts, you know what I mean? Obviously, everything's alleged because I wasn't there. But yeah, he's got messages of, Tyler Perry trying to lure him in. He's invited him around to his house in Atlanta a couple of times. Now, let me just pause here. From when anyone, a director, a music producer, anyone high up, even a teacher, doctor, from when they invite you to your house, I'm sorry, that's sus. I don't care if it's the guest house, I don't care if you've got a mansion, I don't care if you've got a studio in your house. I just think when people get invited, people that work for them or their colleagues, and then they invite them to the house, I just think there's always something sus about it. Like, when you go to someone's house, okay, let me put it like this. When you go on a date and the guy's like, oh, do you want to come back to mine? You know what that means? Like, I'm not coming back to watch a film or to have a sandwich. That means we're going to do the do. So, yeah, when people get invited to the house, you know what time it is. So, yeah, guys, like I stated, this guy, Derek Dixon, he's suing Mr. Tyler Perry for 260 mil. And everyone's comparing this to the whole Diddy and Cassie. Obviously, Cassie got 30 mil from Diddy. So it's like Derek's gone, yo, Cassie, hold my beer. I'm going to get a bag and I'm going to get 260 million. Like, it's a lot. But like I said, he has got a couple of receipts. He's got messages. We don't know. That could have been him and his friend making stuff up. Like, who knows? And obviously, because Derek's a man, there's always been rumors that Tyler Perry might play for the other side, even though he does have a child. He has addressed it in the past, like he's not gay, but there's a lot of DL and there's just a lot of, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna roll the clip so you get to like hear what's actually going on, and then I'll get into people's response.
Bombshell. Tyler Perry, the prominent filmmaker and creator of BET's The Oval, is facing a $260 million lawsuit filed by actor Derek Dixon, who played Dale on the show. The lawsuit, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on June 13, 2025, and now made public, alleges sexual harassment, assault, battery, and workplace retaliation by Perry during Dixon's time on The Oval and on the television series Ruthless. Dixon claims that Perry created a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic, promising career advancement in exchange for sexual compliance. The lawsuit details incidents of groping, unwanted sexual advancements, and sexual assault that happened at Tyler Perry's home as well as during a cast trip. Dixon alleges that after he rejected Tyler's advances, Perry retaliated by manipulating the character's storyline, including threatening to kill off his character and ultimately writing him out of the show altogether. Dixon asserts that the alleged harassment and retaliation caused him severe emotional distress, leading to PTSD and financial losses estimated at nearly $400,000 after leaving the show. The lawsuit names Tyler Perry, his production companies, TPS Production Services, and Action LLC, as well as 50 other not yet named individuals. Tyler Perry, through his attorney Matthew Boyd, has denied all allegations, calling the lawsuit a scam and asserting that the claims are fabricated and intended to be a shakedown. Perry's legal team has stated confidence that this lawsuit will not succeed. Derek Dixon's lawsuit against Tyler Perry marks a major legal and reputational challenge for the filmmaker and his production companies, with serious allegations that could have broader implications for both Perry and the entertainment industry.
Yeah, guys, so you just heard that, and yeah, that was a lot. And this is what I don't like about Tyler Perry. You know, he writes, he produces, he's the lighting man, he's the stylist, he's the makeup artist. I guess he's the wig, like he puts the wigs on the women. Like everything's in house. So, like he said, if he wasn't to give up the cheeks, then Tyler Perry's like, well, I'm gonna kill off your character. And because, again, Tyler Perry directs, produces, writes, everything's on him, so no one else has an input. So it's kind of like if he doesn't give up the cheeks, then he's gonna kill off his character, and then obviously he's gonna be out of job, no money coming in, etc. Now with him suing him for 260 mil, he knows once if he wins, like no one's gonna work with him again. So I think that's why he's gone for such a high number. Do I feel like he's gonna get that payout? No. Obviously, Tyler Perry's lawyers are saying he's a scammer. This is a shakedown. I don't know. Like, I know Tyler Perry's gonna have the best of the best lawyers, or hopefully he's got a good lawyer. But even the character that he was playing, I don't know if Derek's gay in real life, but he was playing a gay homeless character in the show, and obviously Tyler Perry wrote that character. So I don't know, like, and people are talking about the actor, I think his name's Christine Keys, who came out about a year ago saying a very powerful man, tried to do stuff with him, groped him a couple of times. And he's worked with Tyler Perry a lot. And obviously, I don't know, the men that are in Tyler Perry's shows, especially not the films, but more of his shows, they're all very similar. So for me, the Oval, all the black men in there are good looking. They're all very similar, like they're quite short, but they're very good looking. One thing about Tyler Perry, he's gonna have good looking men, you know what I mean? Even the white guys in it, like in the Oval, everyone pretty much is good looking. And it's funny because people are comparing this to an episode on the Boondocks. And if you just look at his past like track record, all the men are fire, or he has really nice gay guys in there. They're not the best actors, but they look the part. It's the eye candy. But when it comes to the black women, it's dramatic. They got the worst wig. Like, do you get it? So, you know what I mean? Tyler Perry's not picking him just because you're an amazing actor. He's picking you because you are fine. He's probably making up fantasies in his head. And then on the side, he's messaging you like, so you're going to give up those cheeks? Like, but jokes aside, everything's alleged. And if he did do this, like, horrific things, then yeah, he needs to pay. You know what I mean? Again, Cat Williams, that interview, all these big dick deviants are going down. I know we're in 25, but yo, you lot are going down. Sadly, recently R. Kelly got rushed to hospital because of like an overdose. Before that, Tory Lanez got stabbed up in prison. He got rushed to hospital. It's like, what is going on? And then obviously Diddy is still on trial. His trials is getting messier and messier. And it's just like, all these black men in Hollywood. And it's funny because with this, someone did state, again, Miss Monique, I know she's somewhere laughing her head off, but like what she said to Mr. Shannon Sharp, find yourself a beautiful black southern woman that can cook all your favorite things and rub your feet. Because if Mr. Tyler Perry was married, he wouldn't be in this mess right now. At the same time, he still could be, because look at Bill Cosby. He was married to a whole black woman, but was, doing all that hideous, heinous stuff, demonic stuff at his old age. But yeah, guys, let's get into some people's reactions.
Tyler Perry getting hit with a $260 million lawsuit from a white man for workplace sexual harassment is crazy work. And yes, you heard me correctly. Now, the streets are saying that one of the actors from Tyler Perry's show on BET Plus called The Oval is alleging that Tyler Perry was more than sexually suggestive towards him. The actor is even alleging that one time Tyler Perry grabbed him by the throat and said, "Look how excited you got." If this is true, it's real freaked out. The whole thing is way too freaked out. Now, people have been speculating that Tyler Perry was into men since Tyler Perry came out. And me personally, I don't care who nobody sleeps with when they in the comfort of their home or outside, for real. And the actor is saying that this didn't happen once, this didn't happen twice, but on several occasions. And the actor plays the role of Dale in The Oval, which is a homeless gay white man who is going from place to place and looking for somewhere to stay. And he's alleging that Tyler Perry told him that that's what he was looking for. He wanted someone who could be dependent on him. Now, in the lawsuit, he also released a bunch of text messages between him and Tyler Perry, but in reading them, I don't really think it says much outside of the fact that it seemed like they might have been flirting with each other. Now, let me be very clear. I am not saying that I do not believe the victim. I'm just telling you what I saw in the text messages that were released by the victim. All that to say, I can't believe they caught Uncle Tyler Perry out here slipping. Whether it was consensual or not, it's crazy work.
Not Uncle Tyler, but yeah, I agree with him. I like how he empathized on a white actor because he is a white male actor. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like if it, well, again, with Christian Keys, I think he's black but light skinned. No one, like, he wasn't getting the attention. People just kind of brushed him off. But you know, when it's white victims, everyone's all ears, like, tell us more. Yeah, the text messages are, it's hard, and this is what I mean. Tyler Perry's, like, his prosecutors and his lawyers are gonna go for, you were literally flirting back, but still that doesn't give you the right to put hands on me. Like, I do believe him that he probably did grope him a couple of times, and he said he gripped him by the neck and said, "Oh, if we were to do it, it'll be this exciting," and it's just like, so for me, I just think Tyler Perry's just got some freaky fantasies going on, and he wants to put that on people, but those people don't want to do it with him. You know what I mean? Again, he's powerful. He's a billionaire. Like, it's that same story, that same, you know what I mean? It's all these diddies, you know what I mean? They're so powerful, and they let that power get to their head. Protection for this man, protection for Derek, because we do know when people do try and speak up against these powerful people and the elites, all of a sudden they end up, you know what I mean, unalived. But yeah, I agree with everything he said.
Emmett Perry Jr., you bring yourself to the front right now. And if y'all don't know who that is, that's Tyler Perry. You come here right now. I really tried to give you one more chance. After Mia Culpa, I said, well, maybe he took the constructive criticism that we gave him. But with this divorce in the black, no, you didn't listen to anything. You still ain't put your ego to the side to hire writers. The ADHD was ADHD and again. All of these ideas that you tried to put into 122 minutes, terrible acting. Emphasis on terrible acting. It wasn't even 15 minutes into the movie you was ready to have somebody head knocked in between the washer and dryer. At this point, you have a kink for black women having to deal with struggle, love, and getting beat on. Because it just don't make sense that you can't have a movie that doesn't surround a black woman being with a black man who ought to beat all on her and then her having to have this man come in and save her at the end. Like, that's always what it got to be about. Then I fell asleep and then I woke up and I predicted the ending. The way you stole the ending to Jennifer Lopez Enough movie was crazy. But I knew that that was how it was going to end. It was so predictable. At this point, you need to hang it up. If you ain't going to hire no writers, you need to hang it up because it's getting tiring. The only thing it seemed like you listened to us about was the wigs. You ain't seen a bad wig in your movies in a while. But everything else, still terrible.
Emmett Perry Jr. Come to the front. I said, come to the front. Oh my gosh, I love that girl. That's my girl. We're friends on TikTok. Now, listen, guys. First of all, I thought she was going to be talking about this whole lawsuit, but I guess she's talking about the movie Straw. But I just love her so much. I just had to keep it in there. You know what I mean? I've not heard these clips, so when I do listen to them, you know what I mean? It's live with you guys, but not calling him by his full government name. And I just love how she's like, I'm talking about you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Oh my gosh, I'm sure she'll probably do a follow up and talk about this whole lawsuit, but she's not done one yet. But yeah, She made me laugh the way she was going in on the film. Again, what I stated at the beginning of this video, he's the writer, he's the director, he's the cameraman, he's the light, and he's the make, like he's all these things. Like she said, bro, get more writers, get more people to help. Like I get it, you want to keep the money all to yourself. Like trust me, we get it. But no, if this is the case, just just stop. You know what I mean? Stop. She made me laugh when she touched on the wigs. Like we ain't seen a bad wig in a while. Now for me, like I stated in my Straw movie YouTube video, when it's an actress like Taraji P. Henson or those like, you know, A-listers, those high actress and actors, there ain't gonna be no bad wig. You get like we're not gonna see Taraji in a bad wig, even if it is made by Tyler Perry. You get it's all those little smaller movies, smaller actors where you just don't care. You know what I mean? Because there's no way, even if you want to put a bad wig on Taraji, she's not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Her opinion still counts. You get, and we all know she's the face of the movie. You know what I mean? And I love that she had a natural hair in it, and you know what I mean. But I just love that girl, man. She was going in and telling the truth as usual.
After Derek Dixon from the Oval alleging that Tyler Perry tried to tamper with his Oval, huh? Wait a minute. Derek Dixon from the Oval said allegedly Tyler tried to tamper with his Oval. Pause. What's going on? He said, move over, Cassie. 30 million. We going for 260. Well, apparently they got the text messages and all. Listen, I'm not posting on here. It's on every blog site right now. By the time you see this, it's going to be everywhere. But apparently he's showing receipts of Tyler basically saying that he want him. He was calling Derek Dixon, he said, you a rose that need to be opened up. So somebody could smell you. Wait a minute. Tyler, pause. Listen, we don't know. They saying it's alleged, but apparently this is out all over now. This is like breaking news. I don't know what's going on. All I know is black men, go get y'all some wives and deal with their bullshit. Because it's way better than what's going on out here. Now, Tyler Perry has yet to respond. Once again, this is all alleged. We don't know if the truth to it or not. But I want to know, them screenshots, is that really Uncle Tyler? Apparently, you own to something, Derek, this, because $260 million, that's a lot of money. That's enough to change your life. Probably so, because probably ain't nobody going to fool with you after this whole scenario. I'm just here to bring y'all the news. I'm just a messenger.
Allegedly, Tyler Perry tried to play with his oval. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I love that man. He's so funny when he breaks down the news. You are rose that needs to be open. You know what's mad about that? I can actually hear Tyler Perry saying this. I know it was by text, but I can actually hear his voice. Like, what do you mean? You know when someone's really trying to move to you or get in your pants or whatever? And you know when it comes off corny, like, do you know how corny that is? Like, you're a rose that needs to be open. Because if you know anything about roses, before they blossom, they're like this. So Tyler Perry, again, I don't know if Derek's gay in real life, but Tyler Perry wants to open his. Allegedly, everything's alleged. But yeah. BT, The Oval, if you've not seen it, I'm sure that's trending now. It's one of my favorites from him. I've not seen, so they've come out with a new season. I've not seen it yet, but I'm sure everyone's gonna tune in and what's this Derek Dixon guy all about. But this is too much. That was too much info. I'm just like, but I just loved how he touched on Cassie. Like, move out the way, Cassie. You went for 30 mil. I'm going for 260, boo boo. And because he's a white male, he probably will get. I don't think he'll get that much, but he probably will get a big payout. And like he stated, the reason why I feel like he's gone so high, not because of all the trauma and what he put him through, but he knows he'll probably never work in Hollywood again. But who wants to? Especially if you're gonna get treated like that. You know what I mean?
This man right here can clear everything up. He could clear everything up, okay? Now, it looks like the Oval actor Derek Dixon is pursuing a $250 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry for sexual harassment. Now, to me, reading through these messages between him and Tyler, it's looking like, was you trying to bait and trap? Because it's looking like a mutual exchange. You was, after all, talking to him. And none of these messages show you saying, hey, Tyler, I don't feel comfortable. You know, none of these messages say, I don't feel comfortable talking to you like this. It's kind of weird. But these messages were spicy. You know, people are giving Tyler the benefit of the doubt right now. Like, it's, again, two adults having a back and forth discussion. At no point did he say that he was uncomfortable with these conversations going on. But of course, we know that people don't always have to say that they felt uncomfortable. I don't know men. I don't know hetero men who have discussions like this. I don't know hetero men who have discussions with one another like this, because it seemed like a bait and trap, and it seems like they both was going fishing. Okay, Tyler was definitely fishing for something, and I don't know if he got it or not. Clearly he didn't get it because the guy is suing, but we're gonna need him to come out and make a statement. Now, Tyler's team did come out and call these allegations absolutely false, and that he's not about to get away with this. And I'm going to have to agree currently at the moment with the present information that we got, which is these text messages. I really don't feel like you're definitely not getting 250.
Yeah, those messages, it was a lot from both sides. But again, just like Casa, most of the time she didn't want to do what like Diddy told her to do. But I don't even know how to word it. It's mind manipulation. You were scared. Obviously, Cassie's situation is completely different because she was, locked in with Diddy. That was his girlfriend. Yada yada yada. But then in court, Cassie did say or explain that sometimes she wanted to do the free costs and she wanted to do certain stuff, or when she picked certain male escorts, like you know what I mean, she was up for it, but not every time, you know what I mean. So again, these spicy messages back and forth, it isn't giving, oh, I don't want to talk to you, or scared, or you know what I mean. Like, I've got messages or freaky deaky messages of men, and I've told them stop doing that. I don't want to, you know what I mean, I'm not interested, you know what I mean. But at the same time, he is working for Tyler. So the saying, what is it? Keep them keen to stop them keeping meat. Like, there's a certain saying, so he's probably just tagging along just so he's got a job. But when you tease someone, but it's never gonna happen. So like she said, he obviously never got to hit it, and that's why my man's suing. But I don't know the messages, and again, Tyler Perry's team, they're not gonna stand for this. He definitely ain't getting two, but I feel like I can see them settling to keep him quiet, keep him happy, because again, he is a white male. You know what I mean? I'm talking about white male. A lot of black outlets are not speaking on it, which I find very interesting. Like the Shade Room, BT, things like that are not going to speak on it because they do mess with, Tyler Perry. BT puts a lot of money in their pockets. Don't nobody watch BET like that. But shout out to BET though, because the awards went off this year. But apart from that, no one watches BET, like from back in the day with 1 and 6 apart. Like, they had so many good shows on back in the day, but no. But yeah, I can see this getting messy. It's gonna get messy first before, you know. And I wonder if more victims are gonna come out, because when one comes out, here they all come. So it'd be very interesting to find out and to see. But I definitely feel like Christian Keys was speaking on Tyler Perry. So if this Derek Dixon does get a payout, then hopefully maybe Christian Keys can tell his truth. And even if it's not Tyler Perry and who it is, maybe he can spill his truth. But he knows he's a black man, and that if he wants to keep working in Hollywood, he has to keep it.
Well, Tyler Perry is now being accused of clapping dudes. We all seen this was gonna happen sooner or later, we just didn't know when. Yes, I broke my glasses. No, I will not take this off. Don't scroll, let me explain. So Derek Dixon wants $260 million from Tyler Perry, claiming that Tyler Perry not only grabbed his thigh one time, but also sent him text messages that alluded to him wanting to take it from him. Yes, the glasses fell off. Then he claims that, trigger warning, that when Tyler Perry grabbed his neck one time, he asked him, did he like that? Rough. Now, if you read through the messages, it seems as if Tyler Perry was telling him he needs to be open about his own sexuality and go mess with bros. The messages never showed Tyler Perry trying to get with bro, or all the things that he's claiming happened. Now, he doesn't want Tyler Perry in jail. He just wants $260 million for Tyler Perry allegedly grabbing his thigh while they were sitting in bed together. I'm telling you, this happens every time to at least one male celebrity, bro. There's always going to be a male celebrity getting canceled for some type of random allegation. It's either something from 20 years ago, allegations of liking the bros, a shotty claiming that he did something just for us to find out later he didn't. It always happens. Shoot, even sometimes they did do it. You feel me? Like we got Diddy. Hey, it's clockwork. It has to happen. Canon event. You get too famous, you get too rich, it happens. What do you guys think about this whole situation, though? Brad Loki capping, but hey, what do y'all think?
Yeah, man. In the famous words of Tupac, once you've made it to the top, the only way is down. And he literally told that to Biggie when they were cool, and then their friendship, what I mean, fell apart and things started spiraling, and sadly, they both died. What I mean. But I agree. But you can be rich, powerful, famous, whatever. But marriage, what I mean. If you look at married people, like she's one of my favorite actors, Denzel Washington. I can never see anything like this coming out about him. I don't know, it could. I don't know him personally, but you see how he's married, he's got kids. He's not in the spotlight only when it's to do promote a film. Other than that, you don't hear nothing, and I love that. And if I was going to be in Hollywood, that's how I would want my life and my family to be. Like, it's not always about being in the spotlight and being messy, da 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 da. But yeah, we touched on some good stuff, not them being in bed together, but they didn't do anything. So it's like, well, why is in bed together? And obviously, Derek's suggesting you need to come out. If you're gay, that's fine. You know what I've noticed? Say, let's see guys that are DL. Most of the time, they don't want a gay guy. They want a guy that's straight or bi, like them. And then they do the do together. You get what I mean? Even with a recent interview with Nene Leakes and T.S. Madison, who's a trans, now she's a woman from a man, she said she doesn't go for gay guys, she actually goes for straight guys. And it's just like, obviously, now that she's trans, I don't expect her to go for gay guys, but I don't know, I just feel like, all right, let's use what's his name, is it James Charles, that YouTuber who blew up and became like a makeup guru. He's another one. He used to run after straight men. So I don't know what it is. If you're gay, let me know. Like, is straight men your type? But then, if you get a straight man, is he really straight or is he DL? Listen, the world we're living in, I don't know what's what anymore. But yeah, like he stated, it's just mad how all these powerful men, black men, are now falling. And one of my favorite films from Tyler Perry is A Fall from Grace. That's what this whole situation is giving. It's giving a fall from grace.
The downfall of powerful black men is going to be that they are too horned out for their own good. Tyler Perry was accused of harassment and assault because this white boy who he hired for a show alleges. I read those text messages. My God, I'm gonna say allegedly because I don't have a dog in this fight. But like, I read those text messages. Those text messages are definitely, if they came from Tyler, sexual harassment. Easily, easily. If that came from Tyler, like I don't know. I don't know. They haven't been authenticated, but wow. And my thing is like, why do y'all always go after white people? Like with Shannon Sharp, it was the little teenage white girl. With Tyler, allegedly, it's this white man actor. What are we doing? What and sex is just so abundantly available. You never have to coerce anybody into having it with you. Especially if you have a position of power, it is your duty not to use your power to coerce people into sleeping with you. That's like actually like 101. Like what are we doing, y'all? The guy said that Tyler cornered him in his guest house and pulled down his boxers and gripped his booty butt cheeks and said relax or something along the lines of like let it happen. That's wild, allegedly. I mean, I don't know. Lord Jesus. I will say a couple years ago there was a rumor swirling around from, not even a rumor, one of the actors who frequently has worked in Black Hollywood. He came out and said that there was a producer who was harassing him and he didn't want to say who it was. And it was only one of two people, and Tyler Perry was one of those people. And I'm not saying that that is Tyler. I'm just saying it's all alleged. But like, I'm just saying, black men in positions of power, like, what are we doing? Let's tighten up. Diddy, Shannon Sharp, now this, like, yeah. And I'm not saying it's only black men because I know how y'all like to do. I'm just saying, like, I care about the black men who are in positions of power. Like, stop being horned out for your own good. Like, what's going on?
Stop being horned out. Jeez, you made some really good points. And yeah, for a lot of these black powerful men, that is gonna be their downfall. Like, we all love sex, right? We're all human. But, just hearing the nasty stuff that Diddy's into, it's just like, you're a demonic sex freak. Like, there's levels to, what I mean, being a freak and horned out. But this is too much. And for what? You're gonna literally lose everything for what? One thing I'll give Diddy, he loves his kids, but for him being a completely weird sex demonic freak, he's lost all his time with his kids, especially like his youngest. I think he's got a daughter like around 3, the love child. You know what I mean? So he's missing precious times with her. His twins graduated this year. He's missed that. So when you look at it now, was it really worth it being that demonic freak where you could have just been married, had one woman, and did all that freaky shit with? You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth the downfall. I love sex just as the next person, but these rich black men are on a whole nother level. But like you said, it is weird how they're always doing it with white men and white women, and they think they're gonna get away with it. And in the black community, when it's definitely white, Cat Williams said it. He loves white women, but he'll never go with one because they will end basically your life. You know what I mean? Your career, your everything, your money. They will end it. So he was just like, I like white women, but I just can't go there. And Shannon Sharp's like, why? Shannon Sharp, where are you now? That's why. And Cat Williams is still touring, still being him. I know him and Monique are like, we tried to tell you, brother.
I already knew that it was just a time. I just knew it was gonna be a time that Tyler Perry be a part of one of the lawsuits. So if y'all don't know, Tyler Perry is getting sued for a big lump sum of money. But the text message that was released don't really make no sense to me because the man who's suing him was talking crazy too. And that's what I'm like. I don't know if I'm missing something or like I just didn't see it all, but the man was talking crazy to him too, and it's just be like, and I feel like honestly, you gotta pay attention when people try to keep shit short or keep shit like, very simple, because I feel like they had a motive. Like a few text messages, he was just kind of like very like one worded, like, "Oh yeah, you could see that I'm thick in my jeans through my pictures." Or whatever. He like, oh no, I can see it through your jeans or whatever. I feel like he already was building a case and was out to get this man. Like, people be so weird. Like, how am I putting you in position to make money and you are already trying to knock me off my pivot? Like, you can try to help somebody and they'll go out their way to make sure you crumble. This man trying to put you on to figure out what company can get you on with their platform, and you trying to get him a case. Only weird thing that to me was Tyler Perry basically like saying something about he jealous or whatever about the picture. Other than that, like, no. And him kind of watching that boy Instagram a little bit, but outside of that, like, it wasn't even that deep. 260 million? Come on now.
Isn't here for the shenanigans. Because, like she said, the messages weren't that deep, and it's like, bro, you were working for him, and this is what I mean. Again, going around to the guest house or their house or the office after hours, you know what time it is. Come on, we're in 2025. So when people do come out, I am giving them the side eye, like, what were you thinking? No one, no manager could ask me after hours, oh, Shanice, come and meet me in the back office or come to my guest house. No, we're going to a public place where everyone can see me, so nothing can happen. And I do remember one time that I did have a meeting in like a staff meeting in my workplace, and the manager shut the door, and I was just thinking, now I'm the type of person that makes up scenarios, yeah, and I was just like, rah, my manager could do something to me now, and then it's my word against it. Like, do you get? There was no cameras in there. It's just little things like that. So I get where she's coming from, but she said it was just a matter of time. Again, like Tupac said, once you've made it to the top, the only way is down, especially if you piss off, the Freemason, the elites. Your career is done. You know what I mean? The only way is down. Everything you worked for, your name, you know what I mean, your reputation, just gone like that in one night. Like I just look at Diddy, he's been out since the late 80s and everything's just gone. Like, you know, the whole bad boy, him being a producer, De Leon and all these Cirocs, all these things that he's been don't mean nothing no more. Like literally you were the mogul at one point, everyone wants to be signed to your label, people looked up to you, Sean John, you know, the clothing, the fashion. Now people are making jokes. Now people are like, no Diddy. Like you're an absolute joke now. And it's just like, how do you go from that to, and it's funny because when Suge Knight got locked up, I know Diddy was laughing, popping bottles in the club. Now you've been in prison for what? 6 months, 6 to 9 months. You've grayed up, you look like a proper smurf, and now you're about to be sitting in jail for the rest of your life, like Suge Knight. You know what I mean? At one point, these two were two moguls that had the biggest, the hottest record label. You know, you had Death Row for the West Coast, you had Bad Boy for the East Coast, and look at you now. Like when I say you can't make this ish up, you can't make it up. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that this Derek Dixon could have like a case and win against Tyler Perry, or do you think Tyler Perry's innocent and he just really wants to keep putting out dramatic films? No shade, but do check out my film review on Straw. But yeah, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.